Trigger warning, I'm going to use the word loser today, mostly as a camaraderie term of endearment between fringe elements of our community, who perhaps maybe let their emotions steer them a bit too much. Like, say, when I bought these 2023 reverse-proof dollars. They're so shiny, so beautiful, they feel good in the hand, they make me happy. At the same time, I paid 100% premium when silver was at an all-time high again. Loser. Or maybe not. After all, the market does favor different forms of silver and gold at certain times. So who knows? The term loser today is being used mostly satirical, but I suppose with some truth to it. Yeah, so maybe it's still a bit rude and insensitive. But who cares? We're all adults here. Yeah, so I'm a bit abusive to my coins, because I find it fun and entertaining. I find it fun and entertaining, but it can be a detriment to the bottom line. So it's a bit of a loser behavior. You see what I mean? As stackers, during our journey... Why do I say it like that? Yeah, see, during your journey, you're going to do some loser things once in a while. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Yeah.
Warning! Warning! Warning, warning! This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. I'm just advising you to think. Think. Let's all think.
Welcome back to the Thousandaire Radio channel. Loser. What'd you say? Nothing. Psycho Silver takes the first class. Thousandaire. Ultimate win. All right, enough about winners. Today's fun-filled episode is about losers. Like that time I bought those reverse-proof silver dollars. You already said that. Sorry, when I stare at them, my esteem, it goes up. Here's another fine example of a total loser purchase. This is sterling, and it's all about the pure stuff these days. No one cares about the Libertad before the Libertad. I'm still pretty happy looking at this right now. I really enjoy Mexican silver. They've been at it for quite some time, much longer than the U.S. Me? I don't sleep on the Casa de Moneda. I hope you were paying attention to the intro music. Yeah, don't take any of this as financial advice, because I like some real loser stuff. In fact, I may be the biggest loser right now. If my stack passed away today, it likely would not make it through the pearly gates of the refinery. Oh, before I completely disappoint you, friendo, hit that like button if you would. Your likes expand this wealthy community of thousandaires. This is an ounce of 3/9 fine silver, 10 pesos, from Cuba. But don't let me distract you from hitting that like button if you already have not. You hit the likes, and I'll continue to make videos practically daily. And I'll never accept sponsorships from bullion dealers or mining companies. Doesn't that sound both awesome and not annoying at the same time? Right? I thought so. So hit some buttons and help expand this no-shill zone, which I'm hoping evolves into a no-shill community. I like it when the collective opinions about gold and silver are actually genuine opinions, and not sales pitches from the bullion dealer's pet monkeys. Keeping it genuine makes it much easier to come to consensus. This is our money, not a joke. So I take it seriously. If you agree, engage as much as you can. Hit that like, comment on comments, hit like on comments, and hit like on the comments. I know, it's excessive. But if you want to see some changes around here, we got to do the work. Raise me up. I won't let you down. When I said we're going to take back the stack, I meant it. We're going to give stacking back to the stackers. We are going to control the narrative with grassroots consensus rather than the bullion dealer sales narrative, incentivized to grow sales and pushing quote-unquote news articles, cherry-picking these news articles to promote a doom and gloom narrative. There's some truth to it, but the worst lies have some truth to them as well. Dare I say this is my favorite Mexican coin? Well, silver coin. I think I need more of these in my stack. In case you haven't already noticed, we are, Hidalgo 5 pesos makes the best sound. We're looking at some world silver coins, that is. Silver that was one time used as money. Hey, do you remember that time all we did was write IOUs to each other as money? I know, it was ridiculous, right? Security edges. Don't get me started on security edges. Casa de Moneda never disappoints when it comes to security edges. What kind of security edges on a modern Libertad? Let me know in the comments below. I actually do not know. I think I remember them being disappointing. Perhaps I spoke too soon about the Casa de Moneda. But I can't fault them for modern stuff. I don't like much modern stuff anyway. Except for maybe these 2023 reverse proofs. Dude, come on. Enough of the reverse proofs. So I got all of this world silver at spot some time ago. And that's good. Obviously, I paid a lot less than I could sell it for now. So how am I a loser? Well, if I would have just bought generic silver at the time, even if it was a little more, I would have done better. So, loser. But being an opportunity cost loser is not worse than a totally missing out loser, which is not as bad as a totally lost loser. Yeah, there's levels to this loserism. It's true. Some losers are better than others. And don't take it the wrong way. I simply mean greater than. Did I mention I really like Mexican silver? In fact, when everyone was saying 90% was so unloved, and maybe still is, more security edge. Yes. Yeah, so when everyone was saying that 90%'s out of favor, I mean, I started looking up Mexican silver online on auctions, and I still couldn't find a deal. What's tough is I know I'm a loser, and I know I don't want to change because I want piles of Mexican silver. Right now, I'm thinking of Dub C's blanket he uses, and I am jealous. A bit jealous of all that Mexican silver he has, and it all seems to stem from this loserism I just can't shake. This is an old Prussian silver coin. I'm no history buff, but I guess that's Germany before it was Germany. Prussia kind of sounds like Russia. And these two, they can't seem to keep their oil pipelines unlinked. Coincidence? Perhaps not. I like looking at history through the lens of money. The only other way I think I would want to look at it would be through legal documents. And I imagine almost every other way would be highly exaggerated or just completely false. I don't know much about you, Prussia, other than King of Prussia Mall near Philly, and that just somehow became Germans. Hey, I'm allowed to be dumb. It goes really good with loser anyway. Oh, let me know what you think about any of these coins in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. Or facts, for that matter. And remember the definition of loser in this context. We're just talking about getting a little emotionally sidetracked. Security edge. Yeah, getting a little emotionally sidetracked and buying things that may not do as well as others. But who knows? They still may. One thing is certain. Nothing is certain. So maybe if you got something of interest that's easy to hodl, well, maybe that's a win in and of itself. Huh. Lord Farquaad. He looks taller on here. So not only is most of this world silver not pure, but there's so many different purities and weights. So this is quite an unsavory box of confusion to many. But I think the trend is going to change. We are, after all, becoming more and more cyborg every day. Origins, weights, and purities of coins will likely be identified instantly in the near future. When I bought those world coins, the dealer had to look each one up in a book, while I just merely used the Google lens. At the time, I was more ignorant, yet I was faster and more proficient at identifying foreign coins' properties, even ones that didn't even have English on them. And that technology is just getting faster and better. What is it about a Balboa? This is another one I want a lot of. I was actually shopping for these. I was surprised that I had one. See, I want more of these, but what am I going to do with them? See what I mean? Loser. This is a Hong Kong Hua, and it's supposedly worth a good amount. But who knows with this Chinese stuff? This needs to go in a Sigma one day soon. What purity is it? I don't know. And it's hard to identify even with the Google lens. There's so many of them with so many different images, plus fakes. Lots and lots of fakes. All right, I gotta wrap this up. I got some things I gotta do. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of my loser stuff. I enjoyed it. In fact, I'm starting to think I want to be even more of a loser. Video was a fail. Well, if you enjoyed this content for some reason, hit subscribe, and I will be back tomorrow. If you really like this world silver stuff, it's important that you hit buttons, okay? Because that's how I know. That's how I know to make more videos like this. And I certainly wouldn't mind diving deeper into these things. But not today. Because that's it. That is it, probably. Thousandaire Radio, wicked job. Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list.
It's a beautiful apocalyptic day. The SHTF is everything I dreamed it would be. I'm not dropping the dime, I'm picking them up. We are all so wonderfully screwed.
This is so awesome. Way to go, Self-Hordian. He thinks you're a villain, Lobo, but I know better. Don't worry, we'll get you out of the box and stood up. The desk is a little full, but we'll keep you right here. This should be fine for now. What's the worst that could happen?
Liberty is the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political view.